Good day, dear friends, relatives, and fellow Americans. I'm appearing before you today to give you just a few more suggestions as to how you might want to spend your idle hours now that we're all engaging in quarantine, or what I like to call self-incarceration. And here's something you can do. When you get home from well, first of all, I should say, never mind about that for now, discuss it later. I'm saddened, of course, as many of us are, that the baseball season has been postponed, delayed, or possibly discontinued altogether because of COVID-19. But I wanted to wear my baseball hat in honor of our hometown team, the Milwaukee Brewers, and all of Major League Baseball throughout the cosmos. Anyway, one thing you could do, dear friends, is when you bring home your vegetables, get them well scrubbed. Here I have an example of a bowl of soapy water. You see that? And you could dunk your carrot or other vegetables, rutabagas and so forth, and scrub them up very well. Scrub them up as best you can to remove any and all toxins and possible germy things that might be lingering on your vegetables, such as your carrots. And, the other day, I brought home a bunch of grapes, and I scrubbed them vigorously, perhaps too vigorously, because they sort of turned into jam. Well, or sort of a pulpy mess. So you must be very careful how you scrub your individual grapes. It is arduous, because you're going to scrub each one individually. Well, and that's the key. So let's put this down. But before you begin, I urge you to put on your rubber mittens or latex gloves, whatever you care to call it. As you can see, one of my digits is exposed. Sadly, when I tried to remove the gloves after a session of cleaning rutabaga, or was it kumquats? It doesn't matter. I pulled off the glove, and sadly, the tip of it came off. But I can still use them, as you can see. Oh, here's another thing you can do with your idle hours. I have this pen that's an illuminated pen. Can you see that? You hit the tip on the hard surface, and the pen goes off, and you can then hit it again, and the illumination activates. It's really a wonderful. I can sell you some of these. You'd have to buy about 500. Well, if you can't use 500, I could maybe share this one with you. But this is mine. Anyway, just a thought. It's a workable pen. It has, as you can see, a capacitive stylus at one end, which is very useful. And that's the part that you strike upon the hard surface in order to de-illuminate the pen, and then, once again, to illuminate the pen. So, scrubbing vegetables, thinking about baseball. Could Major League Baseball perhaps play if everybody stood 6 feet apart? Of course, it'd be hard to tag somebody out. You'd have to tag them virtually, I suppose, extending the ball and saying, "You're out," and then the umpire would have a terrible time trying to figure out if that was the right call or not. So maybe that's not such a good idea. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Anyway, I thank you once again for listening to my to my important messages. And with this song, I'll leave you. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? I've always wanted to have a neighbor just like you. I've always wanted to live in the neighborhood with you. So let's make the most of this beautiful day. Since we're together, we might as well, what is it, stay? I think so. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? Thank you, fellow Americans, beloved relatives and friends. And stay safe out there in the world. Ta-ta.